Okay, so welcome all of you to the second session. Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. नहीं होता है या कोई मिस्टेक नहीं कर सकता इसलिए 300 लगाने बढ़िया पूरा सेटअप पे
So these five software interrupts, that is from type 0 to type 4 overflow. Now, in this case, overflow, in this overflow interrupt, that interrupt can be written in this way. If int04 is written into your program, the overflow interrupt will be occurred. If a specific instruction is there in 8086, that is INTO, the meaning of this one, interrupt on overflow. Okay, so this type 4 interrupt can be processed in many ways. Like you can use int04, the same meaning, or if any overflow flag is being set automatically, this type of interrupt will be occurred. Or if into is written into your program, then again overflow interrupt can be processed. Okay, so this from type 0 to type 4, type 0 to type 4, these interrupts are dedicated interrupts or specific interrupts. Those are used by the 8086 microprocessor. Now in these type of, if these interrupts are used, no predefined ISR is written. So every ISR is to be controlled by the user. How can you specify your logic? How can you, or what type of operation can be performed based on your interrupt signals? That is depends, that depends on you, and you can write your ISR according to your requirement. If you want to process any type of interrupt through which, like int0 or int1 or int02 or int03 or int04, the ISR will be as per your choice. Okay, so no fixed ISR is being written. Next 27 interrupts are reserved for future purpose, that is from type 05, or it is called int05 to int1f. These are reserved. You cannot use these interrupts, and you cannot use these memory locations. Okay, so these are used for future processors like Pentium processor, 386, 486 processors. These are reserved. Next is these 224 interrupts are vacant. These positions are vacant. These interrupts from type 20 to type FF, like INT20 to INTFF, these interrupts can be used by the programmer user as per their requirement. These are available interrupt to the end user. Okay, So this is the interrupt vector table or IVT, and I've discussed the uh, interrupts. Those are dedicated to 8086 service. Now, the same thing is written here in this slide. That is, the INT instruction of the 8086 can be used to generate any one of the 256 possible interrupts, which are called software interrupts. That means using INT 00, you can use interrupt 0, or INT 01 if it is written. Then use the type 1 interrupt. If INT 03 is there, that means type 3 interrupt is used. So you can use any 256 possible interrupts according to your requirement. And obviously these are software interrupts as per why? Because this is used by the INT instruction. Okay, it is written into your program. The desired interrupt type is specified as part of the INT instruction. Example, the INT 21H instruction causes the 8086 to generate an interrupt of the type 21H. Okay, so always give the desired interrupt type after this INT instruction. So INT 00 or INT 01 or INT 03 or INT 21. In this way, you can write your instruction. The IRET instruction at the end of the ISR makes the 8086 return to the main program to the instruction next to the INT-N instruction. So if there is an instruction after where the interrupt has been given, where it is breaks the sequence of your normal execution. So from after this position, what will be your next instruction? That instruction address should be stored onto the stack. So when the ISR execution is being completed by the processor, it comes to that position by pop it or by retrieve the address from the stack. Okay, to continue the execution of the main program and the remaining instructions. And the uses of software interrupts are like inserting breakpoint in a program for debugging. The INT 03 instruction is used for this purpose. Now we have used in our program 8086 assembly language program, the last instruction will be INT 03 as per our laboratory trainer kit, because that kit is so some kits has been manufactured by other companies, and according to their companies outputs, and that is compatible with the trainer kit. So our trainer kit is compatible with the INT 03, not the halt instruction. So that's why to stop our execution of any program, the last line should be written as INT 03, not the halt instruction. But theoretically you can write it as halt or INT 03 as per your choice. The second use is testing the function correctness of various ISRs. For example, the INT 02 instruction can be used to test the ISR for the NMI interrupt without giving any input signal to the NMI pin of the 8086. So, previously I have told you that non-maskable interrupt can be handled in two ways, either in hardware method using the external signal by applying it to the hardware input pin of the NMI of 8086 microprocessor, or this NMI non-maskable interrupt can be processed using the software interrupt, which is called INT 02. Okay, so that is the use of software interrupts for testing the various ISRs. So here is your interfacing diagram with 8259 programmable interrupt controller. So that is not any other microprocessor. It's a peripheral device which is specifically used to control the various interrupt signals. Now there are the limitations in any microprocessor to handle the interrupt levels. Okay, now you have only two hardware interrupt pins, so maximum two signals can be coming from the external side. Now to access more number of hardware signals, you need to implement one interfacing device which is called 8259 IC, or it's called programmable interrupt controller, so that it can be used to control maximum number of interrupt signals externally. So one 8259 has 8 interrupt request signals. through which the signals are coming from the external peripheral devices, and that is to be connected with the INTR pin of the 8086 microprocessor. And if any signal is coming through this INTR pin, it gives the acknowledgement signal using INTA bar signal, INTA bar pin. Now, when this INTA bar pin is given to that controller, so that this controller can identify, okay, now microprocessor is ready to accept the or ready to process that interrupt signal which is requested by some external devices. Okay, now this is the first. So for every INTR execution, inter request signal execution through this pin, microprocessor generates two INTA bar pulse. Okay, one is after receiving this request signal, it is given, okay, it is ready to access the interrupt service routine. And second is another INTA bar pulse is given to that device, so to 8086 request to that device to give the interrupt type. So interrupt type means either 02 or 00 or 04 or FF. Which interrupt type has been given, that should be given through the data bus, lower 8-bit data bus, because 00 that is the number of any interrupt type which is 8-bit in size. Okay, so now to give this 00 or 01 or 02 or 03 like INT 00, now 00 is to be given through the lower order data bus, 8-bit data bus, because 00 is your 8-bit number. If INT 01 is to be processed, then 01 should be transferred through the lower order address and data bus, AD0 to AD7. Okay, only 8-bit is required to process the number of type of the interrupt type number. Okay, so for every interrupt signal processing, 8086 generates two INTA bar pulse. One is the receiving acknowledgement, another is to give to request to send a request signal to give the type of the interrupt number. Okay, so that is the connection, and data buses are connected in this way. That's why these data buses are connected through which the type of the interrupt should be processed. Okay, if it is 00, so 00 will be processed. If it is 01, then 00, then 01 will be processed. If it is 03, then 03 will be processed. If it is FF, then FF should be processed in this way. Yeah, so next, the priorities of the interrupt are in this way. The highest priority is for divide by zero. If any divide by zero condition is being occurred in your program in any system, or if you need to operate this type of interrupt, you have to give the priority as highest position. Or any software interrupt has the highest priority compared to the hardware interrupt. Okay, so if it is INT01 is written, then it has the highest priority compared to NMI hardware interrupt or INTR interrupt. Okay, so any software, N is the number of the interrupt type, which is either 00 or 01. From 00 to FF can be written in this way, INT-N. Or the same highest priority is granted for INT-O. This is not 0, this is INT-O, interrupt on overflow. Okay, this is interrupt on overflow, INT-O. It is not INT-0. Then the next priority is for NMI, non-maskable interrupt, then INTR, interrupt request, normal interrupt, maskable interrupt request, and the last or lowest priority is for single step or trap interrupt for the single step execution purpose. Okay, so these are the priorities of individual 8086 interrupts. So here is some summaries are there. Right now, what I have discussed, these are already here in summary point. You can access this summary point for any question or any assignments. So that's all for today. If you have any queries, any doubts, you can ask me now. Do you have any queries, any doubts regarding this 8086 interrupts?
Sir, can you please
I
open that?
Sorry, can't hear you clearly.
Sir, can you please open that Victor
Vector table.
slide?
Vector
Yes,
table.
sir.
Okay. Sure. This one. Okay. Tell me.
No, sir. No, sir. Sir, no, sir. Not this.
This is the vector table. This is the vector table. Do you have any queries relating to this vector table?
Actually, my screen. Yes, sir.
Sorry, it is.
Please explain that CSIP, how CSIP is stored from.
You have very much noise. I can't hear you clearly. Can you repeat your question slowly? Hello? 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 Somik Dhar asking one question, that is how CS and IP are generated from the physical address. Why I need to discuss this thing? Because that is the question in first chapter of 8080, the first slide. After several days, why you need this answer? You must check the slide of 8086 architecture, where I have given the explanation how CS and IP is used to generate the 20-bit physical address. Okay, it is already given the slides to the Google Classroom, as well as the
Hello, sir.
lectures are uploaded.
Sir, please unmute Somik Dhar.
Okay. Yes. Someone asking something.
Sir, I think he is asking the opposite one. He mentioned that how CS and IP are generated from physical address and not the vice versa.
How CS and IP is generated.
From physical address, not how physical address.
No. It cannot be possible, because if you don't know, like if you don't have any inputs, how the outputs will become? If output is coming first, or inputs must be given first. Okay. So physical address is the output. Now to get this output, you need to give some inputs, and what are the inputs? That's CS and IP. Okay. Okay. Any other question?
Sir, you have said that NMI has the highest priority than in the last table is in second number by divide by 0.
No, actually NMI can be configured in two ways: either hardware method using the hardware pin, or software method using INT02. Is it clear? So if it is applied by the software method, means you have used the instruction as INT02, then it has the highest priority. But if it is, so according to the priorities, now go to that slide where priorities has been mentioned in this way, here in this. And now every software interrupt has the highest priority compared to the hardware interrupt. Any software interrupt has the highest priority compared to the hardware interrupt. Okay, so all the INT interrupts are software interrupts, and these NMI and INT are only the hardware interrupts. So any software interrupt is greater than this or highest priority is from NMI or INT are hardware interrupts. Clear? That's why it is given in this way.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Another question? Hello? Anyone?
হ্যালো স্যার,
Yes.
স্যার সৌমিক স্যার বলছি যে আমি ওটা বলতে চাইলাম না, আমি বলতে চাইলাম যে আপনি যে ভেক্টরের যে টেবিলের স্লাইডটা আছে ওখানে বাঁদিকে লিখেছেন না সিএসআর আইপি, ওটা বললেন যে নিচে
ওটা হচ্ছে
দুখানা অ্যাড্রেস আইপি তে স্টোর হয়, ওটা আমি জিজ্ঞেস করলাম মানে ওটা কিভাবে হয়।
Oh, acha. Here, this one.
ইয়েস স্যার।
Okay, every program has two addresses. One is the segment address and offset address. Okay, so if there are two programs, one is your main program, another is the service routine, ISR, interrupt service routine. Okay, so you have main program code segment address and IP address. You have ISR code segment address and IP address. Okay, now when it is going from the main program to the ISR program, so ISR has some segment address and offset address. It must be stored in somewhere else. Okay, that is the addresses. Those are stored inside this IVT, interrupt vector table, in this way. Here IP, the ISR IP will be stored first. Suppose IP is 2000. Okay, segment address is 4000. Now first the 2000 will be loaded in this way using this memory address 00000. The 00 will be stored and 00001 the 20 will be stored. Yeah?
ওকে স্যার।
And segment address is if it is 4000, then 00002 in this memory address 00 will be stored and 00003 in this address 40 will be stored, because
Okay, sir.
each memory address can store maximum 8 bit of data. Okay, so both the segment address and offset addresses are 16 bit in size, so two consecutive memory locations. Okay,
ওকে স্যার, থ্যাংক ইউ।
anyone else? Any question? Okay, can I end the meeting? So if you don't have any question, then I will end my meeting. So see you on next week. And thank you all. Okay, so I will end my meeting. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।